Hi, this is Ken from One More Rep Fitness with our initial impression of the Nano 12 from Reebok. Let's get started. So we have here is the newest Reebok Nano shoes, which is the Nano 12. As you can see, what I have here, this color is the members only edition. I'll post below the actual name of the color. I'm not really sure, but this is a high visibility orange. For me, I do like colors like this. That's why I got this for my own, and this is what I'll be giving a first impression of. I've already used this for a few workouts, so I should be able to give you a fair amount of information about the shoes in case you're interested in getting the 12. But we can't be talking about the 12 without talking about and comparing it with the 11 that it replaces. So if you look at them side by side, they actually look very, very similar. But one of the more obvious differences is if you look on the side here, the 12, look at the side of the 11, look at the side of the 12. The 12 now has a TPU cage here, this plastic here. The 11 didn't have that, so which made the 11 softer, more comfortable, but this one will give you more feeling of a lockdown on when you're using it. So this one is definitely one of those improvements that are very much welcome. The 11 felt more like a running shoe where it's very comfortable, very soft on the top. It didn't feel like it was a trainer. This one, on the other hand, has that secure lockdown feel you get because of this added TPU cage here. Another one is you will only notice it when you feel the shoes. Here, the front. This feels much tougher. The flex weave is much tougher. The weave feels more denser. So this dense flex weave here, it's much more tighter, it's more dense. It does give you that more stability up front. Your feet feels more in place. So definitely the 12 is a much more stable shoe to use, especially when doing some lifts. But if you're going to look at the foam on both of these shoes, you will notice they're using very, very similar float ride foam. It feels the same. So even the new one is not denser. It just feels exactly the same float ride foam. So the cushioning and the feel is actually going to be very similar. But if there's something that is very different is how it fits on your foot. What I notice when I'm using the 11 is you feel like you're on the shoes, but with the 12 you feel like you're inside the shoes. So that's definitely, I think, what adds to that secure feel that I was talking about, that you feel like the shoes wrapping around your feet as opposed to just being on top of it. Another difference is in the ankle part. If you notice them side by side, I think you can tell the difference. The 11 has thicker paddings around your ankles as compared to the 12. And at the same time, if you're going to look at them side by side, the 11 is taller in this part as compared to 12. This is something, for me personally, I like. I have very sensitive ankles that I don't like this part of the shoes rubbing into my ankles. I easily bruise there. So having this being shorter makes it more comfortable for my feet. But in general, if you're the type who's not really bothered with the height difference of the ankle part, I don't think you'll notice a big difference in terms of performance just because of that. So if you notice again here, this TPU plastic here is much more bigger and stiffer than the previous one here. So definitely, they've been improving it slowly by adding this TPU cages here and also to the front and into the back. Now, when it comes to the actual fit, I think they've gone back to the 10 where it feels now wider again. The 10 was really nice and wide, and I like that. When they moved to the 11, it felt a little bit more snug. Not uncomfortable, but it just felt more snug. So if you are going to get, if you are wondering what size to get, for the 12, I would go even half size down. But if you feel like your feet is really wide, then you can go through to size, get the same size as you would with your sneakers, your basketball shoes. But if you're like me, who wants the shoes to be properly fit, my feet doesn't move inside, I would go half size down. The issue I had with the 11 coming from the 10 was the toe spring angle, this one. This part here. I find that when they move from the 10 to the 11, which is this one, is they added too much toe spring here. The angle is just too high, which made it much, much nicer to run. You know, so it looks more like a running shoe where the toe spring is actually high. But this affects your stability when you're lifting. A slight imbalance when you're doing a lift can easily rock you forward and back, which makes it a little bit unstable when you're doing like a squat. So for me, what they did with the 12, which I like, is they went back to the 10 and made it much more flatter. So if you notice now, compared to the 10, where I can pretty much put my whole finger here, this one I can only put my finger partly. So I think you can see this if we do this more side by side. I don't know if you can see it because of the color, but here. See, I can go maybe up to here on the 12, but on the 11, I can pretty much put my whole finger in. So this is definitely something that I like much better coming from the 11. So adds to that lockdown feel, add to that flatness of the sole. They're still both 7mm heel drop. So when it comes to the drop from the back part, from the heel to the toe, it's still the same. But definitely when they corrected this made it a better shoes for lifting. So as a power lifter who does squats, deadlift, I will choose the 12 over the 11. But if you're the type of user who needs a more versatile shoe, meaning you can easily run with, You can do a lot of mobility exercises, burpees. You want to do some high intensity training. Actually, the 11 is still a good shoe for you. But if you are really serious about lifting, I would reconsider getting the 12 instead of the 11. Should you upgrade to the 12 if you're an 11 user? For me, if you are serious about lifting, you want to do squats, you want to do deadlifts, and if you're into weightlifting like clean and jerk, snatches, definitely go with the 12 over the 11. I would upgrade my shoes in an instant. The stability this one gives you, the fit, the security of your foot, I would definitely go with the 12. But if you already have an 11 and most of your workout involves like running, doing some jogs, high intensity mobility training, maybe using the machines in the gym, I don't think you would notice a big difference between your 11 to the 12. And in fact, the 11 would probably feel more comfortable because it's softer and it's lighter, but just a little, but it's lighter. So, so I guess if you are not really too much into weightlifting or powerlifting, the 11 is actually good enough. No need to upgrade. But one thing about the 12 though, for when they released the 12, the SRP did increase a little bit. This is based on the US prices. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And if you need any of lifting support, elbow sleeves, knee sleeves, wrist wraps, powerlifting belts, please don't hesitate. Please get in touch with us. We are on Facebook and in Instagram. Bye.